Hi, it's Ronnie, and welcome to Christy's Beautiful Life 30 Days of Sketches Round 7. And if you'd like to check the layouts out on Instagram, it's hashtag 30DSCBL7. And this is a sketch we're using today. 3 photos, which I have, 3 places to put clusters, which I'm gonna, and, well, almost a huge title. And these are the 3 pictures I'm going to scrap, and it's my grandson Casey. And see see that sticker sheet? I was so proud when I bought that because I was going to scrap these pictures. It's been that long. Yeah, he's grown now, but I'm finally getting around to scrapping them. And I'm not going to do it the same way I had planned originally. But since I'd saved it so long, I thought it'd be kind of funny for y'all to see it. This piece of paper, I'm kind of thinking maybe, well, I'm pretty sure it's Echo Park, and I'm thinking eclectic. It was a scrap, and I thought, oh, that green would be perfect. So, yeah, I'm going to use it, and I will have a little bit left that I can use on something else because I'm not going to use it all. Just a tiny bit left, not much. And I used a lighter green for my mat, and I'm going to use a darker green for my mat under my mat. Yeah, I was looking at this and it says photos 4x4 inch. Well, it takes up the whole page. I didn't want it to. I wanted more of my wood grain to show. So yeah, I had to cut them down to 3.5, but I made it. Some of the goats didn't make the cut, but my grandson made it pretty good. See that border I just punched out? I had it planned to put right under the title in place of the journaling, but once I actually started putting the layout together, I decided it looked better behind the other border and on the green mat. I thought it'd show up better than over there on the wood grain. I also had a plan to gut the dark green, but I forgot. As you can see, I just went right over the top of it. My title's going to just be Petting Zoo. I thought it'd take up the whole space. Well, it didn't. So I'm going to center it instead. But I am layering the lighter green on top of the darker green and making it look like a shadow behind it. Notice I pulled out my Xyron sticker maker. Yeah, I thought, well, I'm going to be layering them and I'm going to have to center it because by then I'd already decided it wasn't going to go all the way across. And so, yeah, I thought I might as well have something I can move easily and get it right. And through the power of photo editing, yeah, it's done already. I am going to use some, well, it's Pink Fresh. One is Go See Do, and then Oh Snap, and then the last one is Noted. They're those acrylic words things, you know. I bought 2 packages a long time ago. I thought, oh wow, I'll use them. I haven't. Not near as much. There's a lot in those packages. I was showing you all it's a little tiny round tag and it does have a hole for a tag. However, I put foam tape on there and 4 layers of the paper so the hole would not punch out. It has a tiny, tiny bit of debossing on it, but you've got to look close for it. So I'm going to cut 3 of them out, and my plan is to make baby goat bottles. Yeah, there was some jars. I had cut out Dear Lizzie. It was just a partial page. It didn't have very much on it, of little jars, and so I put them in there with my labels and tickets, and when I was digging for tickets, I seen them, and I thought, oh man, I could use them on my layout. I can make baby bottles. So I needed a nipple, and I looked at what all I had, and this little round tag worked the best. But it even matched the color of the lids. I mean, it looks like it was made for these mason jars to be made into bottles. I've ever fed a baby goat, well, a whole, I guess, herd maybe, a group, kid, a group of kids. Anyway, if you've ever fed them, they all act like they're starving and they've never ate a day in their life. And yeah, it was so much, it is always so much fun to watch the grandkids feed little goats or any other animal. My opinion is that they pick the ones that are like bottomless pits to have in those petting zoos. But it does make it a lot more fun. If they were ignoring you in that bottle, it would not be half the fun. Now, since that one sticker sheet was all I ever got actually to go with these photos, I thought, well, I'll use some tickets and stuff because, you do have to pay to get in usually, and some other things that I found. And I'm also going to use some stars, wood stars, since there is wood in the photos. I figure wood grain on the back, wood stars. Yeah, that's the way my mind works. Anyway, I thought, well, I'll do the tickets. And while I'm putting those tickets on there, I'm glancing over at those cute little pictures. And I'm thinking, yeah, those little goats wouldn't even think twice about getting a hold of those tickets and eating them too. But while I'm putting all this stuff on my layout, I'm going to mention that down below you will see the link to Christy's Facebook page, 30 Days of Sketches with Christy's Beautiful Life. Also the link for Christina Sorge's Facebook page for Redefine Creative, because she's going to be doing a layout every single day live on her channel to go with these sketches, plus oodles and oodles of more links down there. Links to YouTube channels, and pretty much most of them have process videos. I think a couple is doing layout shares, especially if they kind of run out of time, because they still want to share their layouts and give you some ideas and inspiration. And then there's more. Yeah, there's more. There's Instagram. So there's all kinds of links for Instagram down there too. So lots of people wanting to share ideas for you to use sketches and how different everybody can come up with something. I kind of sort of stayed with my sketch this time pretty much. I did better than some days, like yesterday, I believe it was. I wasn't quite as good at staying with it, but today, yeah, I'm a whole lot better. So, yeah, it is inspiration, so you can use it as a starting point, or you can just go right along with it. But besides my huge title that isn't quite so huge, I have two subtitles. One is the Go See Do, oh snap, when those two goats are climbing up on him, and noted. And yeah, I have words to go with that. So I'm going to have ridiculously delightful memory. I had to put that in there because, yeah, it was a very delightful memory. This wasn't the only time he was attacked. While I was looking for stuff to put on my layout, I ran across those planner stickers. And I thought, yeah, I bought them. They were on clearance at Hobby Lobby, but they were still like $1.99. And I've never really used them. Maybe one thing out of them or two. So I told myself, you really need to use some of these. I tried to use more, but some of them's going to come back off before the end of the layout. But I did manage to get 3 on here. They're all 3 a shade of green, so I thought that'll work. One says life is good, and the other one's smiles, and then one's a camera. So yeah, I got 3 of them on there. I am so thrilled. Since Casey has a red shirt on, I thought I'd get some red in the clusters. So I did the Go See Do, oh snap, and noted, and it's kind of like, it's not pink. It's kind of like a faded red. And then I thought, well, that's just not enough. So I found 2 red tickets, not 3. And I thought, well, I'll cut them in half and use them. Well, the very first one I went to put on there, down at the bottom, I decided to put the whole thing on there. So it's kind of got a gap between the top and the bottom, but and made it look longer. But I got it on there because I thought, what am I going to do with that other half besides throw it away? So it made it on there, and then I put a half one on each of the other 2. But yeah, I thought I might as well bring some of that red out in there. And my ridiculously delightful memory came from the Tim Holtz Chip Chat, Big Chat maybe, something like that. It's the bigger letters. But yeah, I thought I need to put something like that in there because I thought I want to put on there how I feel about this memory. But yeah, I'm putting staples in them too. I put them on there first without it, and so I went back and put a staple on each end because I like the tiny attacher and using the little staples. And yeah, I decided to look at those little planner things again to see if I can go ahead and put something on here. But yeah, I do because I was determined. Only because I was determined. But I do like the stars on there a lot. And the fact that they're wood grain. And I did use one of those little wood buttons, and it's got an arrow pointing to the goats and Casey with the bottle where they're climbing up on him. But yeah, I thought I really need to have some wood on here, besides my wood grain paper in the background, just because of all the wood that you can see in the photos. But I did think about inking the edges of the stars up. However, since I knew I was going to use the really tiny one, I changed my mind. I could have used tweezers, but I decided I'd probably end up covering the whole thing and which did I want? Cover the whole thing or have some of the lighter wood to show? So I went with the lighter natural color instead. But yeah, I was wondering if maybe Casey might have been delighted himself that his bottle was empty. And Jake was there. I already scrapped his photos, but he was 5 years younger, so his was more to the point of crying when they came after him. But that's it. That's my layout. If you leave a comment below, I'll get back with you. And if you like the video and hit a thumbs up, I'd appreciate it. And if you are not subscribed to my channel, I'd love to have you subscribe. And those who already are, thank you so much. But yeah, there's uh him. That's where he is getting braver. Of course, he only had one over there. And yeah, he's even on 1 foot in the last photo. I wasn't quick enough. He almost fell over. I don't know why he was on 1 foot, but you can see him on 1 foot there. But yeah, check out the links down there below and the Facebook group and Christina's Live and get some inspiration besides Instagram. Don't forget Instagram. But I hope y'all have a happy, scrappy week. Take care and stay safe. And yeah, that's it. That's my layout. Bye.